It's day 11. I was on a call earlier with my siblings, and one of them says to me, "Rati, you sound tired. Is that little boy keeping you up?" And I said to her, "I'm always tired. I'm a mom. It's a badge I wear with honor." But coming on to today's video, I'm actually going to go against what I said because it should not be nobody's badge of honor. And today is cloudy and it's raining outside. So after my moment with my Vlogmas batch session, I'm going to be batch creating day 11, 12, and 13. Yeah. I'm going to go sleep. Literally the whole day. My son is sleeping right now so beautifully. We bothered him this morning. We actually had a little photo shoot, a young Christmas shoot here at home, and the camera, the stranger, the lights, the excitement, I feel like it was just too much for him. So when he finally went to sleep, I feel like he was like, "Oh, what just happened?" But hi there and welcome to my YouTube channel. And this is actually, I think my little sister's right. I'm a bit tired, but my name is Gorata. Let me sit back a bit. My name is Gorata and I am a faith-based content creator. And fun fact, my name means to love. It's a Setswana name. It means to love, but I like giving the explanation of it means the will of God, because there's a line in the prayer, the Lord's Prayer in Setswana. It says, and I always relate my name to that line, but it's not Gorata as one word, it's Gorata with a space, but still I take it on. So hi there and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, hi bestie. Today is day 11, so exciting, and I'm wearing these from the shoot that I was telling you about. I'm excited to see how the pictures turn out. It is our first Christmas as mommy and daddy, and first Christmas as grandmas, granddads for his grandma and granddads. It was a fun time. But welcome to today's video and welcome to my channel. We read the Bible, we pray. I said it wrong. We pray, we read the Bible, we worship, we rinse and repeat until the trumpet sounds. I think I am. I don't know why, but oh, there's just this tension on my neck. The nap I'm gonna have after this is just gonna be yummy, I tell you. How's your December going? Today's video is about it's about how God meets us in our tired moments. And I swear to you, this is not for content, but yes, I am going through a bit of fatigue, I think. But I did sleep. I slept well last night. My son isn't keeping me up, so I'm grateful for that, you know. But I guess that's like a young check-in for the video. But this is 25 days of prayer, and I'd want us to get into the prayer points for day 11. If you are new here, there is a devotional that I've created for us for you to check out, that has the 25 prayers, affirmations, and declarations that you can declare over your life each and every day for the next 25 days. And on day 11, 2 days behind on our Vlogmas journey, but very grateful to have found this direction because I think the initial direction was a bit off center. So getting into it, clearly going to be very relaxed in this recording, but similar time, we're still keeping to the 10-11 minute mark. So our prayer for day 11, tired girly. Day 11, I'm just going to move the mic down a bit better. Okay. So the prayer says, Father, align my goals with your purpose and give me bold faith to pursue them. align my goals with your purpose, and give me bold faith to pursue them. And then the affirmation says, I am capable, I am prepared, and committed to God-sized goals. Capable, prepared, and committed to God-sized goals. And the declaration is 2026 is the year my vision becomes reality. And the focus verse for today's session is Matthew 11 verse 28. I'm just going to read in your hearing and then just share a few thoughts for us to reflect on for day 11. Day 11. So that's Matthew 11 verse 28. You may know it. Reading it in your hearing, it says, Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. So the story that I was thinking about coming into today's video was to talk about the early days of motherhood. Just celebrated 3 months of my son being here on the other side of heaven, being here on earth with us, and just thinking back to when we came from the hospital and were home for the first time, how it was so tough. There was a time where my husband had a bit of flu, so he had to sleep in the living room. So I was with the boy I think it was 2 nights. Yeah, I was with the boy for the 2 nights, and I was so fatigued. I was fatigued. Fatigued, eh? I remember having to wake up at like 2-3 a.m. and I was feeding him half asleep, guys. I was tired. And I think it's just the fatigue that comes from the 9 months and then now having had given birth to this human being. The fatigue is unexplainable. It was just a lot. And I feel like it's slowly leaving my body because my energy is back. If you watch my videos for the past few days, you can tell that this girl's energy is up there. It's just that today I think it's the clouds. They're calling me to go nap. So a few thoughts when I was reading out the prayer and the affirmation and the declaration. I was just thinking about how it's important to be in alignment with God, with regards to our goals, if at all we want to see them come to fruition, especially in the way that He has imagined them for us. You know, He says He knows the plans He has for us. So I can imagine the beauty of living in alignment with God, living the life that He has designed for you, and how beautiful that must be. So going into 2026, I'd want to challenge us to rest in God, to chase after Him first. Let it be the first waking thought and the last thought we have at night. Let it be the only thing that's going through our minds as we live out our days. And I feel that everything else will fall into place, just like Matthew 6:33 says. So a few thoughts for day 11. God does not wait for us to be strong before He shows up. God does not wait for us to be strong before He shows up. And I think the key thing when you think about being tired, especially with year-end fatigue, is thinking about the need to acknowledge our physical tiredness. I am physically tired. Emotional tiredness, not so much, very charged up there. And spiritual tiredness. Although I wonder what that would look like. Maybe not feeling connected to God in a way. Just thinking out loud. And what we see in Matthew 11 verse 28 is that Jesus ministered to the weary, right? He ministered to the weary. And a thought that I had when I was preparing for this episode is how, isn't it lovely that we have a God who came to earth to experience what it is to be human? I was thinking about it to say, you know, in one of the stories where Jesus was with the disciples and they were crossing over the river to the other side. That scene where Peter walked on water. Just before that, I think, no, not that one, where there was a storm and they were all in the boat, right? So Jesus is said to be sleeping. And if you read the story in Mark is very detailed and says he was sleeping on a pillow, right? And I like that. It shows that, hey, brother man was tired and he was napping. But imagine napping on a vessel going like this. He is definitely a heavy sleeper like me and my son. Because he slept through that until they woke him up and said, "Don't you see, we are dying, we are perishing." And then he said, "Oh ye of little faith. Oh ye of little faith." And I think just saying that out loud, I'm like, woof. In 2026, if ever life feels rocky and it feels like that boat on those waves, I must never ever forget that Jesus is in the boat with me, right? I must have that quiet confidence of not bothering him too much because he's there, just allowing the storm to play out around me because he has my back, right? We're at minute 11, so I'm just going to share 2 more thoughts and then we'll get into our worship minute. So God doesn't shame our fatigue. He meets us in it. God meets us exactly where we are. And to what I said earlier about being tired as a badge of honor, it is not. You need to rest, right? And for me, what has been, I think, a big thing in terms of being able to rest is having a very strong support system throughout your life's transitions, whatever it is, right? When I was in uni, when I started working, when I got married, when I had my baby, I feel like at all touch points in my life, I had a level of support, a level of people pouring into me enough to actually realize the need for me to kind of slow down, step back and relax, right? And what you'd see if you've been following this series is that rest has been a recurring theme. I think I've talked about it already. And I will say that I have been doing my best. I think yesterday I was actually out cold. I was sleeping. We were actually all sleeping. To the point where my friend called and I couldn't even hear the phone call. That's how deep I sleep. But I think the core message today is that when we're tired, God carries what we cannot, especially when we're emotionally tired. And I've seen that in seasons where we were going through grief, still going through it, but I feel like I can tell and see moments where God was literally holding us up, because we would not be here if he was not such a present dad and a loving father. Anyway, that wraps up day 11, guys. This girl is sleepy. Like, what? Anyways, I'll see you guys for day 12. Be blessed. If I never get that house, that car, or be a superstar, and my dreams never come true, will I be satisfied with you? And if no one ever knows my name, and my gifts don't bring me fame, if everything I have someday I lose, will I be satisfied with you? Satisfied with you.